What's up, everybody? Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, back with you for Week 4 Ivy League football preview here on ESPN Plus. We had a great weekend last week in week number 3 involving the Ancient Eight, 3-1 and out of conference play, and only a very close loss by the Cornell Big Red to Colgate is what stopped us from having a 4-0 out of conference weekend in the Ivy League. But that just sets the table for what we should expect here in week number 4. Now, my one big takeaway from last weekend, and there was a lot of individual greatness that we saw on both sides of the ball in the Ivy League, but that one big takeaway, that 20-play, 80-yard drive by the Princeton Tigers that took up 10 minutes to close out the game against the Columbia Lions. That was a show of mental toughness and great situational football play that allowed those guys to work the entire quarter, essentially, to go down and get the game-winning point. So the entire Princeton Tiger football team gets the award for my one big takeaway here in week number 3. So that as we turn the page to week number 4, let's take a look at the Ivy League football schedule. And there's a couple of games that out of conference that we are still looking at this weekend, as you have the Governor's Cup between Brown and Rhode Island. We'll see if the Brown Bears can win that against a very good top 25 ranked Rhode Island team. And there's a conference game this weekend involving 2 Ivy League squads, with the Yale Bulldogs traveling to the 2-1 Dartmouth Big Green. So that should be a fun game to keep an eye on this upcoming weekend. But our Ivy League game of the week takes place Friday night under the bright lights of Harvard Stadium in Cambridge as the Harvard Crimson welcome in the Cornell Big Red, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPNU. And that's going to be a fantastic matchup because of the quarterback play. Both quarterbacks, you have Jamison Wang of Cornell and Charles DePrima of Harvard, have been playing outstanding football all season long. There are 2 tremendous dual threats, so they can do it well on the ground as well as through the air, and that just opens up the entire offense. So we should see a lot of points in this ball game because of the great quarterback play that we're going to get on both sides. Remember, you can check that game out 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPNU. So that's it for this week's edition of the Ivy League football preview. I am Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Follow me on all of my social media accounts and keep it locked here as we come back next week for week number 5.